time for the warmest segment in all sports.
I love
Now, the following rankings are a rich tapestry of historical greatness, confidence, and what have you done for me latelyness. In short, it's time for another edition of King of the Hill.
Indeed it is. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction, Kevin Wilds, and the beautiful butterfly. Oh, there's a monarch. Beautiful butterflies on the screen.
Look at that.
All right, as always, 28 people maximum. Some new additions to the Hill, which means, of course, unfortunately, a few people slipped off the dew-covered hill. So, slid in the valley. Jamal Murray's just hadn't played, so he's off. Sabonis and Siakam, they both slide as well. Now to the 7th row. These are players 21 through 28 approximately. All right, Jimmy, it's kind of time for you to start playing great. I think he's 12 points a game this last week. It's about to be playoff Jimmy time. Tyrese Halliburton and Jalen Green slipped just a tiny bit, not much. And welcome to the Hill, Cade Cunningham. And
that was
you know, we were well, Cade's 34 points per game this week, and Detroit got a win, so that's pretty good. And Gobert is good. We were thinking about it. Gobert's probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year. He should probably be on the Hill.
Sure.
And
I'm shocked that you put Gobert on it.
17 and 12 this week. I'm not a huge Gobert fan, but fair is fair. 6th row, Wemby, a 40 and 20. The Spurs 2-1 this week. He's got some Defensive Player of the Year buzz. He's averaged 30, 12, and 6 for the week. He moves up. Kawhi and Jaylen Brown stay where they are. Dame missed a game and is in a bit of a shooting slump, so he drops down. De'Aaron Fox, the Kings 1-2 this week. And then DeJounte had the 44 points, had a game winner, averaged 28 points per game this week. They're 2-1, or 3-1, pardon me. He moves up a bit as well. Now we're to the real meat of it, top 15. Here it is, 5th row. Devin Booker stays. He had the 50-point game. He also had, I think, a 12-point game. So he's at like 28 for the week. KD also stays where he is. He and Booker shooting the exact same percentage this week, almost to the shot. Steph, season on the brink. They rip off a 4-0 week. He deals with Draymond's nonsense. He moves up. Zion and Kyrie maintain their position. Now to the top 10. Anthony Davis was a tough one. Wanted to move him up, but he did miss a game. But 27 and 17 in the games that he played, but they lost one of those weird spots. So he stays where he is. Jason Tatum, those back-to-back Hawks losses just ring in your ears a bit. And so he slips a bit. Ant-Man, just 19, 6, and 5 this week. And Shea, still not leading the league in assists, but still a great MVP candidate in a bit of a quiet week. Now to the top 6. 3rd row. Welcome back to the Hill, Joel Embiid.
Wow.
The respect the reigning MVP gets is just by his return being announced. He gets his placement near the top of the hill. He was averaging 35 a game. He had to fall because he wasn't playing at all. He was reportedly maybe going to play tonight. Now it'll probably be later this week. But Embiid back on the hill. LeBron, we're fair on the hill. We can't move him up just because he has the first ever 40-point game on just 17 shots, 6 free throw attempts. We're not going to do that. And just because he's shooting 63% from the field and 64% from 3 this week, not enough to move him up because he did miss a game. And they lost the game. 26, 10, and 8 for the week for LeBron. And then Jalen Brunson. Now, they lost these last 2 games, but one of them he scored 60. The other one, he had a great 30-point game. For the week, he's averaging 39 points per game. We have to move Jalen Brunson up. And now to the controversy, bro. Slipping a bit.
Wow.
Nikola Jokic.
It's fair.
They were 1-2 this week. He shot 20% from 3 this week. He seemed to really miss Jamal Murray this week. Giannis, now they also went 1-2. Giannis averaged 33, 17, and 8, but they went 1-2. So who does that leave at the top of the hill? Soon to be MVP favorite? Maybe. Luka Doncic, undefeated this week, 34, 11, and 8. 55-53 shooting splits, surging. You're not hearing as many arrows slung at heliocentricity that lately, are you, America? That is the latest edition of King of the Hill.
Great.
Well done, but I got to be honest, I have no clue what the criteria
It's
is.
a rich tapestry. We go over it.
Is
every
it this season? Is it this month? Is it this week? Is it
Wilds.
last game? I don't
I do
not
the whole
listen
intro.
to
I say it's a
Wild's
rich
intros?
tapestry.
Rich
little bit of
tapestry. What does
confidence,
that mean? Rich tapestry.
Oh my gosh!
I thought you were an
it means
English
it's a
major.
rich tapestry.
I thought you were an
a little bit of
The only thing that is clear on the hill is that for the Lakers, winning doesn't matter.
What do you mean they're
Because they got
they're 3-1
two players
this
in the
week.
top 12. They're the only two players in the top 12 whose team is not in the top 8 in its conference.
Well, when I say
I'm
it, I
just
get
saying.
ripped.
No,
You
I'm
say
just
it,
saying.
cogent
I'm not
analysis.
because I'm not just focusing on LeBron.
Okay.
I'm saying
Whose fault
both
is
of
it?
them. But
Oh,
winning.
it's
I
Rui's
guess
fault.
winning doesn't matter.
Maybe it's Brews guy Darvin Ham's fault. It's a love affair with Torian
Well,
Prince.
here's where I'm going to mention LeBron. I switch Jason Tatum and LeBron.
Yes.
All right. I got to be honest, guys. It's gone too far the other way now on Jason Tatum.
Correct.
Okay, you wanted him to be the MVP.
I said
so
not
people
fit.
pushed back and start saying, oh, he's not clutch. He can't make a shot in the last few minutes of a game. And it's just gone too far.
That's true.
Because over the last month, the Celtics are 11-4. He's averaged 28 points, 7 assists, 4.5 rebounds. Oh, and they beat New Orleans. Good team. Milwaukee. Phoenix, the upstart Suns who are suddenly hot. Beating them twice, all right, in those 11 games. Now also.
Talking about the month?
And here's the thing. I'm talking about the month because I don't know. I'm just throwing out my stuff.
Isn't it
all right?
April 2nd? That's a lot
Jason
of games in a
Tatum
day.
is playing. He is a key cog on the third best defensive team in the league. And here's how key. With two other all defensive team candidates, Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown's a good defender too.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who leads them in defensive win shares? All you
Okay.
analytics
You don't
folks.
give a damn
No,
about
I
defensive
do.
win
I'm
shares.
a big defensive
And you don't
win
even
shares
know
guy.
how they're
All you
calculated.
analytics
You
guys.
never
he
care
is
about
number
defensive win
one
shares.
on the Celtics in defensive win shares, and he's number 6 in the NBA.
You don't
One
care
more
about that
thing.
stat.
I also care about defensive rating.
No, you
All
don't.
right?
Yeah, that one's
defensive.
more
I
straightforward.
study all this when I'm picking my all-defensive team. Nick, this is impressive. 5th in the NBA among non-bigs, because most of the guys leading the defensive
Because
ratings
his team
are
is
bigs.
great defense.
He's 5th in the league, but he's 5th. Jaylen Brown isn't 5th. Derek White isn't 5th. 5th among non-bigs in defensive rating. 19th in the league. Jason Tatum is a two-way player. Go get him, Jay.
Okay.
Move him up.
Dust, if you could somehow
Replace LeBron.
feed me in my
like
ear
that.
other Celtics ranks in defensive rating before this segment's
Go ahead
over,
and do
I'd
it.
greatly
You'll be
appreciate
surprised.
it. So here's I'm going to ask Wilds this question, not you, Brew. Because Wilds, our resident, let's be honest, LeBron skeptic, LeBron critic.
No, that's not fair at all.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
By
You're not a
critic, like-
LeBron critic?
If you mean like Siskel and Ebert type critic, where I'm like taking a very analytical eye to
All right.
all the nuances, then yes.
So-
if you guys are like super fans, no.
Wilds.
Non-super. How about this? Non-super.
Okay, Wilds, let me ask you this, though, even as that, because I think you're going to help me here. Because you have trepidation about the Celtics, correct? And about the Celtics.
Well, I like a large point winning.
You
margin.
do, but what you don't.
End a game with Jason
Yeah.
Tatum is a little
Yeah,
nerve-wracking.
and you killed him for the turnovers.
He had 100 turnovers. Which
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. So here's my question: as Brew wants to switch LeBron and Tatum, would you believe in the Celtics more this year if this moment those two guys switch teams?
Oh no!
I'm asking you.
You've gotten more and more
I'm just-
imaginative.
If
I was your
I read Rick
kindergarten
Rubin's
teacher, I
book
would
on
be like,
crea-
a great imagination.
Okay.
I would tell your parents,
You
A+.
do like throw.
He just
That-
loves
no,
What if LeBron averaged 60 this year?
No,
Would you,
no, that-
would you
I'm
say
just-
he should be
I'm just
ahead of
asking.
Tatum?
End of game.
Answer the
certainly.
question.
Can LeBron
Answer
come
the
in for the
question,
fourth
counselor.
quarter?
I'm
fourth
just
quarter like a
asking you.
relief pitcher? Like
Listen.
Tatum, time to go. He's like, all right. And then LeBron comes in, the Mariano Rivera music starts
They're not
playing.
All right, hold on, wait,
defending
real quick,
like
real
Not
quick.
the defensive
This is
team.
coming in, late breaking news.
Oh,
Chris
really?
Stapps, Al Horford, and Derek White, all better defensive ratings than Jason Tatum. Take that, Brew.
Not more.
that
Take
true?
that.
Wait, hold on. Chris
Defensive
Stapps
rating.
is a big.
Yeah.
Horford is
What's
a big.
Derek
Who's
White?
the other? Okay, I said he's 5th.
Yeah,
Derek White is what, 3rd? I don't know.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
He's defending well.
All right, come
Defending better than LeBron this year.
Well, yeah, and Luka. I tried to make that case to move him up to the MVP. I got ripped. I just am too early on this stuff. I say it, I get ripped, and then Bruce takes it.
When I say it, it's cogent analysis.
It makes sense. Okay, SGA is too low. What do you want SGA to do? He's averaging 30 points. Luka's at the top of the hill because Luka's averaging 34 points. SGA's down in the corner. How's his team doing? I don't know. He's the absolute best. The Thunder are in first place. Well, they're in first place. He's averaging 30 points.
With a bunch of kids.
Yes, he has to be the chaperone and the leader of the team. This week, you said he had a quiet week. He did hit the game winner in the world's most famous arena, so that should count for something. I know he only scored in the teens. Now he gets to play. He was all ready for Embiid, and Embiid looked across the aisle and saw SGA there. So you know what? Why don't I push my return back to later in the week? Finally, defense. These are some real defensive stats. Not like whatever Brew was dishing. Steals. He's first in the league in steal. Deflections. I like these hustle stats. Contested three-pointers.
That's a real stat?
Contested threes?
I mean,
the game's all about pace and space now, so if you can get out there and contest the three,
Fifth in the league in contested
and he has to do all the scoring. All right. Just move him up a little bit.
Here's the thing. I like SGA.
He had a low week.
I don't think
he had a game-winning shot.
He did have a game winner.
Famous arena.
I understand he had a game winner, but despite the game winner, this week SGA, 21 a night with 5 assists on 29% from 3 and 44% from the field. That is not the type of night or the type of week. And the team, yeah, they were two. Pardon me. Wait a second here.
There we go.
He also missed a couple games. That's the other thing that happened.
How many games did they play?
They played 4. He missed 2. You want me to move him up as part-time player this week?
Jalen Brunson. He beat Jalen Brunson in Jalen Brunson's building. Jalen gets moved up.
Jalen had a better game.
See,
he lost.
While you're with me,
he lost the game.
I don't understand the criteria.
Tapestry. We all know it. I just disagree with it.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.